I think one of the hardest things about losing this last game is probably, you have this team that you drafted. People didn't think that they would even stand a chance. And, here you are, one game away from the playoffs, and we didn't show up to play. Especially like a team, PG on the Rocks, kind of cocky in the beginning, and then, then they started realizing that things weren't going their way, and we didn't show up. Well, when you have a team like this coming in, especially PG on the Rocks making drastic changes to their lineup, and then they make it this far, it kind of makes you think, where did we go wrong? We had Marion Barber, we had Drew Brees, Vincent Jackson, Steve Smith, and these guys basically all year were studs, all-stars, and it comes down to the final game that will decide if you go to the playoffs, and they don't even show up to play. It's 5 points, 7 points, 10 points. Brees held it down, 25 points, but you have a rest of a team. You have a Vincent Jackson, you have Ricky Williams, and these guys, they couldn't produce, and they weren't playing great teams either. This is it. This is it. And I called Ricky Williams for the game, and I said, this decides our game, and he said no problem. He said no problem at all. Steve Smith said 3 weeks ago that the notables were his first priority, and unfortunately, when you can't produce, you can't produce. And we have Robert Meacham, and I was talking to him last night on Twitter, and he left a message. He goes, "Hope I'm starting." And I sent him a text message earlier, and I said, "Robert, you're probably not." And the Broncos sit the bench, and unfortunately, I'm probably getting sued by these guys. But the whole underlying thing about the whole season is you have these players that are ranked the top 10 in ESPN, and they don't produce, and that's it's unfortunate. But we came here to play, and I'm not crying about it. We came here to play. I slapped Joe Perino's ass last week, which made me happy, but unfortunately, PJ on the Rocks stood in the way, and I'm not here to cry like a crybaby, but that's the way the season goes. One more question, and then I'm out of here. I got to fly back to Timbuktu. Yeah. Well, next season's next season. I'm not going to think about next season, so we'll take one more question. No, the hardest thing would have to be just watching my team not make the playoffs this year again, and ending up with a 6-7 record just like last year. And next season's next season, and notables will be back, and we'll be better than ever. We're going to do our homework this time.